Good morning, people. Goeiemorgen, mensen. This is about the station wagon again. I filled it up with coolant and I took it for a drive. I filled it up with 9 liters of that coolant. And that's coolant, not to advertise it, but just to show you what I filled it up with. So now I'm draining it again because I have a problem here. So the coolant is now on the trailer here. There you can see the coolant and some of the rust in the bottom and dirt. I must filter that to throw it back into the engine again in the cooling system. And there's a leak at the back of this cylinder head. And there is one of those metal plugs leaking there. Don't know if you can see that, the metal plug, this plate here. It's leaking there, so I must take that off now and seal it again. So I'm going to turn this video off for the meantime until I've struggled to get it out of there, and then we go on with the video. Fortunately, it's easy to work on this old stuff. It's not compact there, so quick to take it off. I'm going to do both of them. Well, this one is still tight. Maybe we must take it off. Leave it. Rather leave it. Put it back. Put the bolts back. So it's just the one at the bottom at the back here, on the right hand side of the cylinder block. Cylinder head, not the block. The other number 3 bolt back too. Right, and now I must put some sealant on this plate. Miskien moet ek hom net so liggies terugsit. Maybe I must just put it against the cylinder head. Just to wipe it off there quickly. Completely dry it out there. And then put this thing back. There was a problem. Yeah. All along here, between the bolt holes. Right. And I must put it back. So now I must do the cylinder head story again. How is the best place to look at from above? Pulling all the pipes off. Vacuum pump pipe. And then the impactor. Look out for tools again. Tools there. I've got to see them. off. Or valve cover off, whatever you want to call it. Now the bolts for stop this video whilst looking for tools. Right, I'm back. It's the 24th today, February 2024. And then the other socket, it's a half-inch socket. Oops. Back to the 17, 11, 16 socket. That all off. Loose. And now the wind is coming up again, and I don't want the wind in dust and the wind here while I'm working on an engine. Just pull the rocker arm shaft off with the rockers and everything, and there is my metal steel washer and my rubber I'm always talking about, because some people, they don't put this back. Okay, let's go back to this story. Now this is a Victor range specifications. Now this 120 is rather unlikely, so I don't know. My torque is 85 Newton meters instead of the 120 degrees. Okay, so let's turn it back, a 3/4 turn back. That's all what I must do, is to turn them back, a 3/4 turn back one by one. So I must go according to what's up there. Now you can't see that. Maybe I must bring it down. Mustn't blow the paper away. Number 1. Now this thing is now upside down. Number 1, I start with number 1. That is now the final. After it ran, I went up the mountain and back, and I find the water leaking all out, the coolant I mean. Almost a liter or more, even more, leaked out. So let's begin with number 1. Number 1 is there, and this is now upside down, so it must be this one here. So I turn it back. So now it's loose. Okay, now I must turn this thing up to 85, what is it? That's it, 62 feet-pounds, they say. 62 feet-pounds is about 85 Newton meters. So 80 Newton meters is 60 feet-pounds. Okay, let's go back to 60 rather. 60 feet-pounds. 80, yeah, 62. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Now number 2. Number 2 is this one here at the bottom, loose. Right. And then number 3 is the one next to that one, loose. Okay, and then number 2, yeah, number 4 is the one in the same line as where I started, with in line with number 1. So I loosen this one, and now we turn it. It's not there, right? Let's see, it's loose. That's number 5, I think. Right. Now 5, 6. Where is 6? Okay, 6 is this one at the bottom here, closest to the rocker shaft. The rocker pusher rods, loose, and then we turn it. side, and then its neighbor right on the other side. Also between two push rods. Right, and then which one now? Number 7 is now finished, and where is number 8? Number 8 is the one, yeah, right on the edge here by the water pump. Turn it back, loose, it's loose, and now you pull it tight. Right, that one at the water pump. Now that one. It's a tractor coming. So, what you hear is a tractor. And those are trucks on the highway passing. Okay, now we're at 9, and then we go to 10. 10 is on top, yeah, by the injectors. Okay, that's a long one by the injectors. Okay, that is number 10, I said. It's loose, let's tighten it. Right, and then number, that's 10, 11 is next to it. It's loose. Then the other one next door on the other side. And then, no, 11, yeah, 11. And then 15 is here. I'll do this one. Then right at the other side where the unit, light unit, sensor warning unit is. Pull it slowly, otherwise it's going to not snap. And now I'm going to turn it off because I must go and get my special tool for those bolts there. Now I'm back. This is my special tool. So I take this socket off and I fit my special spanner on there. And now we start with number 13. Number 13 is between the injectors. Here, and I undo it. It's loose. And I tighten it. Alright. And then I'm doing that one as well. Okay, that's number, what? It's 14. Okay, now 15, 14, where is 15? What have I done here? Oh, so it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I made a mistake. I'm not doing it according to the XD88. That's how they talk the 88 cylinder. Well, I can't see the difference between the 88 and the XD2. I just have to go on with this. That one is tight, and this one. Undo it quickly. Okay, and that one. And there is a tractor going in. My brother on the tractor. So let's struggle on with this story. Where am I now? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then this one. Then that one. Now the last one, right there. Excuse me. Now the unit is out and there's no coolant. So, oh, the coolant is out and the unit is out. And they reckon you must torque it right angle to your torque wrench, like that. Mustn't be like so, and it also mustn't be like that. Must always be like that when you torque it, or on the other side, like that. Oh, too far. Like that, right angled. A special tool. Okay. Now I can put the shaft back. Now this is going to be a story, because the rubber must be on the pipe there, on the fitting. Where's the fitting here? You can see the fitting with the rubber seal and the washer on it. And then I'm putting this whole assembly like this onto them. And you must make sure that all your rockers are correct. Otherwise you sit with rocker arms back to front. So you must make sure that your rockers are all on your push rods. Then they're not turned upside down. And then you must also make sure that that fitting, that pipe, is into the hole there. Otherwise you break it. I've seen many of them broken. Back then, people don't drive these old cars. It's only me doing this. But I knew, I saw the problem there. That's why I know about it. Now I just turn this bolts in. These bolts in. Sorry. Die bolte indraai. And the washer. And I don't wash it off, because no dust came onto the rocker shaft while it was off. So I don't see why must I wash it off, because the engine oil is already dirty. So it won't help washing the rocker shaft and wasting all your paraffin or engine cleaner to clean that off and then put it back in the dirty engine. It's not going to be worthwhile wasting your time with this, washing the rocker gear. Another nut. I just want to see where the nut must come on like this. Okay. Now I'm taking a certain spanner and of course the tube spanner socket for that, and I'll just turn them one by one. pull them slowly up. On some cars, if you do this, you must be very careful because you might break the the rocker shaft in two. The same with overhead camshaft engines, they very likely to break a camshaft. So I've seen on Japanese cars rocker arm shafts in two pieces, and that's what happens is you turn the one too far and it just goes tick and snaps. This one has elasticity in it, so it won't happen soon. All boats have a torque setting, but I go according to the feeling of it. Now I must turn this in, and I think I'm going to take some time, so I'm going to use, because that bolt is close to the nut there, yeah, I'm just going to turn it until it's a snout. Oops. Okay, that's not too tight because I think it's set on its lowest. As you can see, I can still turn it. That one. Okay, now it's tight. And then clean this off here. All the oil on the edges of the side of the cylinder head, and then I must get the 11 spine and a flat screwdriver, and then I must take a socket. I think it's the right socket, this one. Now let's see if this is the right socket. I can't get my arm in there. Oh, the other lady wants to come up. Oh, what happened now? What's not? Well, the easiest way is to do this. I have to get another spanner quickly. Put this here so long, and then I get the spanner quickly. And front feels okay, it's not damaged. I thought I cracked the blade or something. And just make sure. Oh, fine, okay. Otherwise it's going to fly off and damage something else. A piece of if the blade comes off. That's not going to be good. Okay, now I have this 22 spanner here and a chrome vanadium Germany spanner, no name brand. It's my dad's old spanner. Okay, now I'm just trying to turn the motor over on the water pump. Okay, now this is rocking here. I'm not adjusting it according to the Peugeot specifications. If these two rock, that automatically should be closed, those valves. So I must just check if it's 0.30 millimeters. So let's see if I can get the feeler gauge to 0.3 millimeters. There we are. It's 12 thou. A nice feeler gauge with both the readings on it, and it's tight. It's tight. So that means I must adjust the valves, because I torqued the cylinder head. It's now compacted the gasket, so now it's closer. So the valves are not tighter. Okay, so let's do this. Turn it until it goes in. Best performance I get is when it's set on 0.30 millimeters, 12 thou. Okay, that one is now finished. Now I turn it again, pressing on the belt there, and turn it with a spanner, and it's darn tight. The only problem with these engines are the cylinder heads. That's the only problem with these engines. The rest of it, rings and bearings, are fine. This engine will outlast my lifetime anyway. So let's carry on with the story. Which one is rocking? Okay, this must be loose. Oh, it's also tight. Alright. Tight. That one is also tight. It's very tight. So I'm turning that one loose. struggle again. And bring it down a little bit. Oh no, you can't see. Sorry. I can't see there. I just can feel the bell. Okay. Which one now? Okay, the one at the back, number one. Number one is at the back. Okay, that's now rocking. Alright. Now I must just check this one at the front, number 4. This is number 4, and you set the timing of the injector pump on cylinder number 4. So, why they mounted it back to front, I have no idea. But that's what how they did it. And that is why some people make a mistake with these engines. It's because they don't go according to what they say. It's number 1 at the back and number 4 at the front. And they say this is number 1 and that's number 4. And then you put in the bearings and the conduits are wrong. So then it's a mess up. So do it according to the book, and because of main bearings, the one with the X is at the back. There's 2 narrow main bearing caps, and they are identical to each other, and you can make a mistake by swapping them. So the one marked with the X must come at the number 2. So number 1 main bearing is at the back, and number 2 and number 4 can be turned, and that's where you make a mistake. So number 1 and the X marked one is number 2. Number 3 is the one with the thrust washers, and number 4 is a plain narrow main bearing, and number 5 is the one at the front. Okay, so there's now so. Just check that. Do this one again. No, that's fine. Just hold it. It doesn't turn with a screwdriver. Right. So this is right, and this is right. And then I go to the last one. So number 3. 1, 2, 3. Number 3 is rocking. So I'm setting number 2. Okay. Let's go to number 2. Check number 2. Oh, doesn't go through. Just check what happens. For interest, it should be 0.5, 0.15 and 0.25. There's number 25 and 15. So let's see. That's 25 and 15. Take all these other ones away. So we have 25, 15, and comma 3, 0. So they must, according to the manufacturer, it's 6 thou, and I can't make it out. Is it 11? 10. 10 thou. Exhaust must be 10 thou, and the intake must be 6 thou. So it's comma 0, 1, comma 15, comma 25 for the exhaust. Okay, I'm there. So put it in. It's intake here. Not even the specifications specified feeler gauges go underneath. The clearance is now less than 0.15 millimeters, both of them. Just because I torque the head down. So if you torque the head down, you must set the valves. It was set the other day at 0.30 millimeters. Now it's less than 0.15 millimeters. So let me get the story right. 12 thou. Undo this bolt nut and that nut. If it's loose, I know it's loose. I haven't been there. So, one fortunate story about it, it is not a V8. Otherwise, you won't have space to work in this engine bay, number one. And it will take more than twice as long to do the job. And if something goes wrong, there are more things wrong on it, because there are more stuff that can go wrong. That is the other problem. So keep it with simple, and it doesn't have a turbo on it, so I don't have to worry about the turbocharger. It's slow, that I know, but the speed limit is 100 kilometers an hour on maximum 120 kilometers an hour, and this can do that. So just checking it over. Just take it, toets it net over here as well. Goed, that has no die. And never forget to check the oil on this thing. Like so. And I'm just going to check the oil on this thing. While the tappet cover is off, no more space to check it. Okay, let me get the oil can and turn it off until I bring the oil can. Now I'm back with the oil can. Ek gaan nou terug met die oliekannetjie. And I can pump oil in here. Okay, the oil is now flowing out, and then I must just put the cap back fast. Now this pipe is in my way. Right there. The diaphragm is now halfway between the top and the bottom. I fitted this pulley, this pulley, so that the corresponding knob of the two pieces are horizontal, either this direction or that direction. Then I know the camshaft is halfway between bottom or top. That's why it's not blowing or easing or doing anything now. When I turn the cap loose. Okay, now that's fine. Now I know there's oil in this vacuum pump because they tend to break because of a lack of oil or lubrication. Don't put grease in there. Grease doesn't work. Grease don't work, I mean. Clean this. I hope I don't need a new gasket here on this cover. Right, let's put this cover on. So, then I must put some sealer on. Three washers are going off. What? Where's the other one? Just put some sealant on the washer. So, another bit of sealant on that washer. Put that one on. Now where is the washer of that? I found it. And I just clean it, the oil off, and put some sealant on this washer. They tend to leak, and I don't like oil spills. And then I just put a little bit of it on the stud there. For the nut. The autumn wind blowing now. And it's nice hot today. I don't know what's the degrees now, but it's somewhere in the 70 Fahrenheit and the 30 degrees Celsius. 32 or 33 degrees Celsius, somewhere around there. It's supposed to be. It feels like it anyway. Okay, now let me just get the impact tool. With the 11 socket, and I just turn it slowly in. Come on. I just have to pull it slowly that it doesn't go quick all of a sudden. Okay, now I take the tools off. There's only one thing I must do is get the unit, the light unit, the warning light, the heat light, and it was also leaking at the top there. So what am I going to do here is just drying it off, and I'm just going to put some little bit of sealant at the top, just to seal the gasket, the washer, whatever they call it. Is actually a gasket. It does the work of a gasket. If it seals something, it's a gasket. If it's fits on a nut or a bolt, then it's a washer. So this is a sealer. Sealing, look after. 7/8 spanner. Isn't it too big? Okay, now the 13/16 AF fits, doesn't fit, so 7/8 AF fits. Okay, let's turn it. That's it, and then I put the wire on. And then I must do another thing. I hope the silicone is set at the back there, this far. Now I must put the breather pipe back on. And the vacuum pipe. Otherwise I go down the road and I don't have brakes if I go down the road without the vacuum pipe on. let's turn this tight. There's 3 bolts here. Come on now. It's not set yet. So I can turn this video off there now because I'm still waiting for that silicone to set. Maybe about an hour or 2 later I'll fill it up with water and then we see what happens. The other cylinder head I took off this engine is still at the welding place. I must find out on Monday how far they got with that story and if they can do it, because I know there's difficult aluminium to weld. I don't know why this aluminium is so shit to weld, but that's why they made it. Material they made it out of. That's why they corrode so quickly compared to other cars. Cylinder heads. Okay, let's go on. That's why I say the cylinder head is a problem. The engine is okay, but the cylinder head is a problem on this stuff. Now I'm back at the story again. So it's torqued and everything. I hope it's the final one. Maybe I must do it a 3rd time. But not now. I'll first drive it a little bit and then do it again. Just torquing the cylinder head. So it's now a few hours later. And I'm going to fill up with some coolant again. Coolant there. Okay, that's full. Almost full. Now start the engine and put one of those bottles in the front there for when it needs some water on the way. Coolant. One under the seat. So now I'm going to take it for a drive. Ek gaan nou eentjie met dit ry en kyk hoe dit is. Take it for a drive to see how it is. So say bye-bye from this video. Question van die video, dankie dat julle na die video gekyk het. Thank you for viewing this video. Thank you, bye.